going to be about the best winter variation cases. I'll explain what winter variation is. If you've almost finished F12, like this, and have made this pair, normally you would just do R, U', R' to insert it. However, like in this case, if all the last layer edges are already oriented, you can use winter variation. What this does is it orients the corner pieces of the last layer while you insert the pair, and as the edge is already oriented, this means you completely skip OLL. So in this case, instead of just inserting it like that, I could do this and get an OLL skip. Including the basic R, U', R' case, there are 27 winter variation cases, so most cubers wouldn't learn all of them. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 10 of the best cases that are quite simple to learn and can be great tricks in your solves. Most cubers will already know this case, it's pretty obvious, but I'll explain it anyway. So if you have these two headlights, these white stickers facing this way on the right, and then you have a white sticker or whatever colour facing front on the bottom, instead of doing R, U', R' and getting a soon, you can actually cancel into the soon and just do U, so the pair is at the back here, and do R, U2, R'. And see, that gives you an OLL skip. This case is a bit harder, but it's quite easy to recognise. All the corners on the top layer are oriented, so you've got this big block here of whatever your top colour is, and then this piece will be facing front, but you don't really need to look for that, because if all three pieces are oriented, then it will be this case. So what you do is you put the solved pair in the back, like this, and do L', U2, R, U', R', U2, L. So what that is you do an L' and a U2, then insert your pair, and then just get this one back in with U2, L. In this case, you also have a big block of oriented pieces, but only two of the top corners are oriented. This one isn't, it's facing backwards, and then this one's facing down. So what you do is you have your solved pair on the right, like this, and do R', F, R, U, R, U', R', F'. A way to think of this case is you're doing sledgehammer, so R', F, R, F', then cancelling into this OLL, which you can do as F, U, R, U', R', F'. So, in this case, you've got this kind of block here with these two pieces here not quite lined up with it. There's another case that looks like this, but the thing to look out for is that this piece here is facing right, and also when you put your block in the front like this, this piece will also be facing right. What you do is R2, D, R', U', R, D', R2. So a way to think of that is you do your R2, D, and then insert this with R', U', R, and then you undo the R2, D. This case will be a relatively long algorithm, but I'm still going to show it because it's quite easy to pick up. You've got kind of this T shape of oriented pieces on top with an oriented edge here, and there's another case that looks like this, but in this one, when you have this bar on the right, this piece will be facing back, and also this piece here faces right. So what you do is you put this joined pair on the right and do R, U', R', U2, R, U', R', U2, R, U, R'. There's an algorithm for this headlights OLL case that is pretty much just that with a few extra moves. Because this algorithm starts off like that, and then you just do the WV case. So a way to think of this is you put, instead of putting it where it would normally go for an insertion, put it on the right, and then do the normal insertion algorithm anyway. U2, do the insertion again, U2, and then join it. This case looks similar, but it's quite a bit easier. So you've got this kind of T thing with that. on top again, but this time if the bar's on the right, this piece will be facing left, and this piece here will be facing down. So you put the piece, instead of here where it was before, you put it in front, and do R, U, R prime, U prime, which is known as the sexy move, and then just do the insertion, so R, U prime, R prime. In this case, you've got this sort of shape, with kind of an L of oriented edges here, and then two pieces coming off here, and this back piece will be facing right, this one's facing front, and this is facing down. So it seems a bit hard to recognize, but once you get used to it, it isn't. So what you do is you basically just do the normal insertion, but instead of the block being here, it's at the back left, and you do R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. So it's pretty much just a mix of the two easiest insertions. This one is a little bit longer. You've got the same kind of shape, but this piece is facing right, this one's facing back, and this is facing left. So what you do is put it in the same place, and you'll see that you can do an R prime to line these two pieces up. Then you do a U prime, R2, U prime, R2, U2, R. So it's very similar to an algorithm for this OLL case, where you basically just do the end of that. Another way to explain it is you do R prime, U prime, R to take this back pair out, but then continue to another R, U prime, R prime to put this front one in, and then you just insert this one from the back. So you go straight into an R prime again, U2, R. In this case, you've only got one oriented corner, but it's between two oriented edges. So you've kind of got this shape. And this piece at the back left is facing left, this one's facing right, and this one's facing right. So what you do is you put it here, and then do an L prime, and then you kind of just do the normal insertion. So U, R, U prime, R prime, and then just redo the L. This case is probably the most advanced one, and this is the last one I'm going to show in this video. I only just learned it when I was preparing for this video. It's got a similar sort of shape to the last one, kind of like a P. The last one was a reverse P. And you've got these two back corner pieces facing away, and then this piece here facing front. You put the pair in the front right, and do R prime, F prime, R, U2, R, U2, R prime, F. So thanks for watching this video. If you take the time to learn just a few of these, it can really save you time in solves, because it's a lot faster to do one of these insertions than doing a regular one and then doing OLL. So thanks for watching, and hope you've learned something from this.